Welcome to the Weather Insights briefing. I'm meteorologist Scott Pitney along with meteorologist Jeff Lindner. This is Tuesday, January 22nd. We are looking at the current satellite, folks, and those aren't clouds. If you've been outside, you know that the clouds are parting way to sun. That is snow cover for the Texas and Louisiana coast. The heavier snow staying off to our east. We didn't break any records in Houston. I think we got 3 inches at a George Bush Intercontinental, but it's a different story over in Louisiana with close to a foot of snow in some parts, and it's not over yet. It's recommended not to drive right now because it's expected. There was some melting that happened yesterday, but that a lot of that has refrozen, and we still have temperatures in the 20s. These are current temperatures. There's a 23 there in central Harris County, an 18 in northern Harris County. And then if you go east, if you look at those purple shaded areas, we don't have any of the data written up there, but those are all single digits. And this is just, this is still almost mid morning now, single digit temperatures in Louisiana. And so these aren't lows. Low temperatures happened about an hour and a half or so ago. But we did see, actually, Jeff, I had to blink twice to make sure my eyes weren't deceiving me. But 1 degree, I wanted to make sure that wasn't an 11 in New Iberia, Louisiana. That is pretty cold, Jeff, for 30 degrees latitude in the United States.
Yeah, that's the function of cloud co or clear skies over a fresh snowpack, which is what you had in southern Louisiana and even southeast Texas last night. 10 to 12 degrees over in Liberty County this morning around Liberty and Dayton. Single digits also right around the Beaumont-Port Arthur area. I think Beaumont did fall to 8 degrees. That broke their
Mm.
all-time record low of 10 from 1906. So a lot of the cold air records along the Gulf Coast either are from 1895 or 1899. And a lot of those are going to fall this morning here in southern Louisiana, breaking 1899's record. A lot of the snowfall records are from 1895. We had the probably a very similar storm to what we had here over the last day or so, and produced tremendous snowfall. And some of these records are potentially in jeopardy. There's still data being collected. Obviously, this was an event that went from Texas all the way to Florida. And so there's still data to be collected, but it looks like New Orleans with 9.8 inches of snow yesterday did break the record, 8.2 from 1895. So, this is a generational event, over 100 year type event that we've had here on the U.S. Gulf Coast, and Southeast Texas and Houston was kind of on that western edge of it. So, east of I-45, you got a lot more snow than west of I-45. And that's been kind of where the cold temperatures are this morning. We still have problems out there on the roadways. I'll talk about that in a minute. So these are high temperatures today. So getting up into the low to mid 40s, you can clearly see where the snowpack is. High of 37 at Beaumont, and it's going to be 52 out in
Wow.
central Texas. And so where the snow has melted, it's going to warm up under the clear skies. But where we still have some snow here, central Harris, northern Galveston, over into Liberty Chambers and on east, that solar insulation is going to melting that snow and not so much warming the temperatures. But we still feel here, for the most part, in Harris County, we'll be able to melt a lot of that snow today. Not only melt it, but also dry the road surfaces, because that's kind of the key. Is we have to accomplish both of those as we get into before we get into tonight. Because as you can see tonight, we do fall back below freezing. Compared to where we've been the last few days, this is a relatively mild freeze for us, but
Yeah.
it's still below freezing, and so any residual water that's out there on the ground could freeze again. So a lot of widespread issues this morning. I think tomorrow morning is much more isolated. So you could have an icy bridge here and an icy bridge there, or a patch of ice here, a patch of ice there, but nowhere near the travel issues we have out there this morning. And then significantly warmer tomorrow up into the 50s. And this will be a distant memory on your phone and your social media pages as we go into later this week. I did want to mention, like we've been saying, we still have a lot of issues out here with the ice on the bridges and overpasses. Um, the Louisiana Department of Transportation has just closed I-10 in both directions from Baton Rouge all the way to the Texas state line. It's just impossible travel right now in southern Louisiana. So a lot of that snow they had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inches over there has now compacted and formed a layer of ice, a thick layer of ice on some of these roadways. And so, warmer temperatures will help that, but there's also just the fact that some of this is going to have to be moved off the roads. You're going to have to plow some of this stuff to get it off the roadways. And TxDOT has been actively working our region. They were at 30 plows in here. They've been plowing the interstates, and putting down the anti-ice solution and stuff to help kind of break up the ice that's still on the pavement surfaces. But the simple fact is everything they can do, we just need that sun to work on this. And so I think here by 11 noon, 1 o'clock, we're going to see a lot of improvement on some of the roads, a lot of this ice turning to water, and then going into the afternoon, hopefully drying a lot of this stuff up, getting that pavement back to dry so we don't have a lot of issues tonight. But right now, just stay put for another 3 or 4 hours, and then hopefully conditions will improve here across our area.
Yes, it's going to take some time, as you just mentioned. Let the road crews just stay out of their way and let them do their thing. And this stuff will clear up, and we'll be back to normal here in the next day or so. As the numbers continue to pour in, we will pass those along via our blog. We'll also have another update here on Weather Insights, so make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Also, turn on those notifications and check out our blog there on the Weather Insights website. Jeff, thank you very much.